Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm a senior engineering student at Oregon State University, and today I just want to talk about my project for my Design for Manufacturing class. In this project, I was tasked with designing a consumer product that used 3 different types of materials and 3 different manufacturing processes. So I chose to use wood for the coaster base, sheet metal, for the inlay, and ABS plastic for the container material. With this project, and specifically for the coasters, the base of the coasters I made out of oak wood that I got from Home Depot that already had the right width to it, so I had minimal processing, and the same goes for the templates that I made for the thermoforming process for the container. I already had the right length, and in the future I would do the same process, especially for higher volume. And in that same vein, for the metal inlays, I used 16th inch thick brass sheet metal, and for my purposes that worked perfectly fine. It matched the aesthetic that I was looking for. But in the future I would design a press and die, because it'd be a lot more consistent and easy to use. For cutting the inlay out itself, I would use laser cutting, or laser etching really, for higher volume. And then for the container itself, I used ABS sheet, and I thermoformed it with a heat gun, as you'll see. Originally the plan was to use vacuum forming, as that would be much easier and give me a much more consistent piece, really. So in the future I would use that. I would use vacuum forming over thermoforming. For attaching the metal inlay into the coaster itself, I just use some Quicks and epoxy. And as you can see in this clip, it is a little bit of a struggle to do it by hand, and not the safest as well. And as I said before, in a higher volume production I would use vacuum forming, simply because it would be easier and a much more consistent result. And here are the final products. So I have the lid of the container, which came out pretty nice. Container itself, which is a little bit janky, just because I didn't have access to a vacuum former. It was a little bit difficult to do it by hand. And I have all the coasters with me. They came out pretty nice. I'm pretty proud of them.